Hey everyone, I'm gonna try and do a really quick video here. Um, so there's just some things I want to talk about. First is The Walking Dead. I don't know how many of my subscribers, I only have 31 of you yet, or so far. So, I don't know how many of you watch The Walking Dead, but I personally love the show. I got into it about a month ago, maybe sooner. And I watched it all on Netflix, and then I watched it on this website that my husband found, and it's like literally the episode is posted like about 20 minutes after it's aired, so it's pretty awesome, and there's like no viruses or anything because I've been watching it for 6 episodes now on that website. So, and if you're interested, I can post a link below. They've got a couple other shows on there, but not a whole lot. They're sort of, there's just not a whole lot on there. But I watched tonight's episode 6 of The Walking Dead, and I knew that Carol wasn't dead. I just knew it. And my husband, like, I knew it from a couple episodes ago, because my husband's like, yeah, these 3 people died. And I guess I should put a spoiler alert. Oh, I'll warn a spoiler alert. But he was like, yeah, 3 people died. I'm like, no, just T-Dog and Lori died. Carol didn't die. And she's like, well, they found her scarf. And I'm like, did they find a body? Like, did you watch her die? No, she's not dead. And then the next episode, they showed the 3 burial plots. And I was like, oh, well, maybe they found her body, but they just didn't show it in the show. But it just didn't seem logical that she was dead. Like, why wouldn't they show her body? Them finding her body, or why didn't they show her getting killed? Like, it just didn't make sense. So tonight, when they found her, when Daryl found her, I was so excited. I'm like, I told you she wasn't dead. And Kyle was like, oh, I knew she wasn't. No, you didn't. You told me a couple episodes ago that you knew that she had died because they found her scarf by all the zombies. It made me so mad. So, like, don't try and tell me that you knew something when I know you didn't. Like, I've dated people before that are like that, and it makes me so mad because I know you didn't catch up on that. Like, don't try to make yourself seem cooler than you are. Just own up to the fact that you didn't notice it like I had. So anyway, I was really excited about that. A little upset that Rick seems to be going kind of crazy. I was really excited about someone, actually being on the phone and that. I'm not too excited about his character going crazy, though. Not really. I like his character, and I want him to succeed. So, that's a little disappointing. Let's see. Not sure how I feel about this other town, either. That, we have found. Like, Kyle says they're all evil, but, like, personally, if I were in this situation, it seems like a really safe place to be, and I would stay there, so far. Like, I know they're a little crazy, but I would personally stay there. Like, I know that they've killed some innocent people and that, but the civilians don't know that, just the people that work for the governor or whatever. So, I don't know, I personally would like to stay there. I think that's it about The Walking Dead. With pregnancy, this child has been moving all night. I've been having to pee all night. Excuse me, my cold's getting better, so that's good. I watched a video with Chris Crocker on it that a friend of mine posted. Emily, what's up? And he looks so different. I don't know how many of you, know of Chris Crocker or whatever, but I was just like, well, I'll watch this video, it looks interesting, and I started watching it. I'm like, man, he's super gay, and oh, he sounds so familiar, and I couldn't remember his name. It was like at the tip of my tongue, but I knew he was the guy who was like defending Britney Spears, and that was such a popular video, and that's the first thing I remembered, with his blonde hair that's crazy. And finally I looked at the bottom of the video that she posted on Facebook, and it said that it was Chris Crocker. I'm like, oh my god. So I asked my husband, I'm like, do you remember Chris Crocker? Like, I just didn't know if he knew about him or whatever. He's like, yeah. So I took a picture of him from that video, and oh my god, even he's like, wow, he's changed. I'm like, and he looks so much better. And that video he posted was hilarious. It was about like how to smile for a camera, and he said that when you make videos you should make it eye level, which you guys are pretty much eye level all the time, so that's good. And he made a good point about like the whole smiling thing. Like, he said to chuckle to yourself, and it makes like a huge difference, and it really did. Like, that was pretty cool, so I'll have to try that and look like a spaz weirdo. I've been watching videos on birthing. I watched someone who posted a vaginal birth video. I didn't watch them vaginally give birth. But they talked about their experience, and I mean, I'm going to talk about mine too, so I will warn you when that video is coming up. For those of you who don't want to hear about it, just don't watch it. But I know that there are some people like me, like, I want to know personal experiences, and everybody's like, it's different for everybody. Yes, I know that, but I like to prepare myself for different things that could happen. It's just, it could be part of my OCD, because I'm not on my Paxil right now. Which I want to talk about my Paxil too. Oh, so much. I guess it's not going to be a short video. Yeah, I'm going to talk about my experience. I'm just going to let nature take over, and if they decide I need a C-section, I'm going to go for it. Because there's like, seems like there's pros and cons to both of them, and I just don't know which one would be better. My mom says vaginal's better, but, you know, I've heard C-section isn't bad either. I just don't know what I want. So I'm just going to be like, you know what? Let God take control, because He's not going to give me anything that I can't handle. So, the truth. So I'm just really nervous. I'm nervous about, like, someone said that, like, their parts swelled up to, like, the size of a softball. Yucky. And she tore muscles, so it hurt when she laughed or coughed, and hurt when she went to the bathroom. Like, she said that it hurt so bad to poo that she would wait until it was, like, almost coming out of her butt before she'd go, because she wouldn't push. And of course there's lots of bleeding, so I gotta stock up on pads. And my husband's just like, great, I don't want to know all this. I'm like, you get used to it, because in a couple weeks that's gonna be you and me. So yeah. Now after she's here, I do not know how often I can make videos, and after we move either, I don't know how I can do it, because I don't know when we're gonna get internet. So yeah. So if any of you know of any good YouTubers talking about a vaginal birth or C-section, let me know, because I'd really like to know. I'm trying to gather as much information as possible, just to prepare myself, because this child is due in about 7 weeks. Scary. Let's see. And then I think the last thing, oh, my gums have stopped bleeding from brushing my teeth. They stopped, I think yesterday they bled a tiny bit, and then today, or not from brushing, but from flossing. And today they finally aren't bleeding, so that's good. So I'll post some pictures, but you know, I'll do the review on Friday. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's like this sore here that was a zit, and then I picked at it. Or no, actually I think there was a hair there, because I keep getting like chin hairs. Stupid hormones. And this is one of the spots, and I just keep picking at it, and that's been there for a couple weeks now. So I need to like stop picking at it, but it's so addicting. So I'm thinking this weekend, I'll only have a one-day weekend, but when I get home I'll take off the scab, and then I'll put a band-aid on my chin with some Neosporin and see if that helps. And then last but not least, I think was the Paxil I wanted to talk about. Like, no one really wants me to go back on the Paxil, which upsets me because I feel most comfortable on the Paxil because that's what I was on. And, like, I mean, it gave me one side effect, and it was a bad side effect, but not if I stay on my medicine. It's not bad. Like, if I take it like I'm supposed to. But the side effect was palpitations if I didn't take it like I was supposed to. And that's bad. And now that I'm off it, if I drink... Oh, hold on. Okay, so yeah, like, if I didn't take my medicine like I was supposed to, I got the palpitations. And, like, if I drink too much caffeine, like, all at once, like, if I go, like, days without caffeine and then all of a sudden I have some, I get palpitations. And then once my body gets used to the palpitations, if I just quit the caffeine cold turkey, I get palpitations. And see, I never had that when I was just straight on the Paxil. And it's so frustrating, like, and I'm so afraid that if I go on a different antidepressant, that I'm gonna continue to have that, and I don't like it. Like, I mean, yes, I guess I could give up pop because it's unhealthy and I need to lose weight anyway, but what if I want to go drinking and, you know, you mix pop with your alcoholic drinks, and not every place has a caffeine-free pop, so, whatever. This upsets me. So, I don't know, my mom just like, you know, you shouldn't go back on it. My husband doesn't want me to go back on it, but, you know, I didn't have the super tiredness effect from it. I did have the weight gain from it, but, so, let me just try and lose weight while I'm on it. I don't know, maybe I'm just being silly and whatever. So yeah, one other thing before I let you go. I know, I keep saying one other thing, but it is so hot in this office sometimes, like, whew, hot, and we can't control the temperature. It's locked. And we have, the air conditioner actually just kicked on, thank God, because, you know, you can feel the difference. But then the heat kicks on, and it gets so hot in here. Well, earlier, I was so hot, I'm like, I'm gonna pass out if I don't do something. So I grabbed my water bottle, and it was more frozen than this at the time. So I grab it, and I stick it between my ladies. Oh, it feels so much better. It's like my best friend. It's an ice pack for the boobies. So, yep. That's about it. So, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, one other thing. I don't know if I told you, but I had some cramping earlier today, and I had it twice. The first time I had it, I got up to go to the bathroom. Went to the bathroom. When I stood up to, you know, wipe, I had a really bad cramp, and I had to sit down, and it was in my lower abdominal. And I can't figure out, like, why I would have had the cramp just from standing up. And it finally